Hi, I'm Natalie from the Full Moxie, and today we're going to be doing a full makeup look on Lizzie. And Lizzie hasn't really worked with makeup much before, so we're going to be teaching her kind of a from the ground up approach. And I'll be introducing all the products that we're going to use today and showing you and Lizzie how to apply them. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the products that we're going to be using today too. My goal was to keep this entire product purchase under $30, so it'd be very affordable. If Lizzie's going to be buying things on her own, I didn't want her to have to shell out a ton of money. So we're going to do her whole face with the exception of the brush kit for under $30. I'll go ahead and start with the brush kit here. I recommended this really nice Sonia Kashuk brush set from Target. It's $14.99 for 5 brushes. It includes a fluffy complexion brush that can be used for blending powder and foundation. It also has an angled crease brush for doing more dramatic eyeshadow looks. It has this concealer brush that can be used to pat on foundation later to cover blemishes. Really nice fluffy shadow shading brush and blending brush. And this could also be used, this small one here is a liner brush, and it can be used to smudge liner to make a little smoky effect. On Lizzie's face, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. tinted moisturizer. The color is porcelain. It comes in 4 shades and it's $3. And also a clarifying pressed powder. This is only $1 and this is in the lightest shade. To give Lizzie's face a warm glow, I'm going to use this e.l.f. bronzer. It has 4 shades in it and they blend together to make a really nice natural bronze shade. No Oompa Loompa face here. And also I'm using this e.l.f. blush in Tickled Pink. For eyeshadow, we'll be using this brand new e.l.f. Mineral Shadow Kit in Bronzed. It has 3 shades. All 3 shades are just $5. They come in a box together at Target. To add a little drama to the eye, we used Maybelline Full and Soft Mascara. This is $6 full price, or you can often find coupons online for Maybelline products, so it could be a little bit less. And this e.l.f. liner we'll be using is only $1. It's waterproof and it goes on just like a marker, which is really nice. Lizzie's already washed her face. We used Dove soap, just sensitive skin formula, good old bar soap. And so she's nice and fresh and ready to go. And the first thing we're going to use is this e.l.f. tinted moisturizer. Since she's pretty fair, we're using the color Porcelain, and this has SPF in it, which is really important, especially with her fair complexion. We really don't want to put her at risk for skin cancer or early wrinkles. That's not going to add to her pretty look, so we're going to keep her sun safe by making sure there's SPF in her products. So we'll go ahead and use just a little bit of this. We don't need much. Okay. I'm just going to kind of rub it between my fingers. This is a moisturizer that has a little color to it, but it's not a really heavy coverage. So put a little on. And I'm going to use the nice fluffy brush from the kit. And we're just going to go in circles. We finished applying the tinted moisturizer and blended it in pretty well. It gave her just a little bit of a glow. It's not a heavy coverage at all, but she looks very nice. And she did say that sometimes her skin gets a little bit oily, so we're going to add a pressed powder just a little bit. And she can touch this up during the day if she feels like she's getting kind of shiny, but she doesn't have to use a lot. We're using the fluffy brush. Just kind of do circles. Keeps it from making big streaky lines anywhere. The colors in this bronzer are really pretty and really natural looking. There's just the slightest bit of sheen to it, but it's not glittery or tacky at all. And they blend together really nice. So we're just going to swirl the brush around all 4 colors. Tap off the excess. Okay, and then we're just going to put a little bit right under the cheekbones. We're going to go up. Okay, now if you make a face like a fish like this for me, okay, that shows exactly where we want to put it, right under the cheekbone here. Next thing we're going to do is add just a nice pink blush. Okay, and we're going to swirl the brush again, tap off the excess, and now make that fish face again for me. We're going to put it on the top part of the cheekbone. Just little circles, just a little bit. We don't want you to look like you've just run the mile. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is Lizzie's eyeshadows and eye makeup. So the first thing I want to do is just tell her a couple of ways that she can use the shadows that we have. Again, this is the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Kit in Bronzed. And there are 3 shades. They're really pretty. I don't know if you can really pick this up here, but there's a darker shade, and then there's also kind of a golden sandy shade, and a middle shade that's kind of a light bronzed color. So what she can do is, like for nighttime, if she wants it to look a bit more dramatic, if she has a special occasion, like maybe a dance at school, she can actually just take the dark color and using your ring finger, because your ring fingers are very gentle, they don't have a lot of like strong built up muscles in them, you can just dab your finger in and put it on your lid like right here. And then you can use this fluffy brush right here and dip it in the lighter color, swirl it around, and use it just to blend so it doesn't look like a sharp line between the dark color and the lighter part. That would be for a night look, and that'll make your eyes look more dramatic. If you want to do just a really basic look for school, you can just use like the golden sandy color and just put that all over your lid with the fluffy brush. So that would be a really, really casual look if you just wanted it to look like not much at all, but just a little shimmer. What I'm going to do is like a nice basic everyday. So I'm going to start with the pretty golden sandy shade here. It's the lightest one. I'm going to use the fluffy brush from the kit, and I'm just going to wash it all across your eyelid, and it's really pretty. Just to add a little bit of depth of color, I'm going to pick up a tiny bit of the darker shade. Just tap off the excess. I'm actually going to blow off a little bit here. Don't want it to get too dark on her. And then, coming from the outer corner of the eye inward, just going to go back and forth, just to give a little depth. And we're going to blend this out in just a moment. Okay, dust this off, and then we'll go back to the light shade, pick up a little bit more from the light shade, and then blend it across where we put the darker so it doesn't look too over the top. Alright, so that looks really pretty. We can also add from the medium color. This is so pretty. We could add just a little bit on the lower part of the eye, coming in from the corners, about to the center of the lid, just to add more accent. Go ahead and open your eyes. Next, we're going to go ahead and put a little mascara on. We're going to use Maybelline Full and Soft. And again, this one's nice because it doesn't get all hard and crunchy and flaky later in the day. And we are using the color that's very black. Okay, nice straight brush. And then go ahead and open your eye, and then we're just going to have you close it. So open and close, open, close. Keep doing that. Good. And you can kind of, if you're having a hard time getting the product off of the brush, you can kind of keep your eye open and look up. You can kind of just wiggle it back and forth, and that'll deposit a little bit more product if you want a more dramatic look. She really doesn't need much. She has naturally long lashes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show Lizzie how to apply just a little bit of liner, but this would not at all be an everyday kind of look. And really, she may want to wait until she's older to use this, but I just want her to know how to apply it and do it subtly so she's prepared when she decides to someday. I wasn't allowed to wear eyeliner until I was 18, so I almost said I had to be in college first. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit towards the outer corner of your eye. And try to stay as still as you can. I know it's hard. And this is really cool because it's almost like just using a black felt tip marker. After I got the liner on Lizzie's eyes, I realized it's just too much for her. She really doesn't need it at all. We kept it really close to the lash line and made just a nice tight line, as close to the lash line as possible. But again, I just don't think she needs it. She looks gorgeous, but she looked gorgeous before it too. But now at least she knows how to apply it. The last thing we're going to do is put a pretty pale peachy pink on her lips. This is actually a Stila lip glaze, and the color is grapefruit. Okay, and it has a nice little brush tip applicator, and you twist the bottom for the product to come out. Okay, and just kind of go like this. Okay. Okay, here is Lizzie's completed makeup look. I think she looks gorgeous. She did before, but this is something she could do very easily in about 5-7 minutes in the morning before she heads out. Nothing too complicated, and it accentuates her already natural beauty. So I think she looks great. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. It's really light and not really heavy.
Good. And for the teens out there that are watching, I just have a couple of quick hygiene tips that'll help keep your skin nice. First of all, you do want to wash your face in the morning and at night. I really like Dove soap, just sensitive skin, very affordable, $2 for 2 bars. Once in the morning and once at night. And in the morning, be sure afterwards, if you're not using makeup with SPF in it, that you do use a moisturizer with SPF so that you're protected from the sun. And at night, after you wash your face, if you're dealing with any blemishes, that's a good time to spot treat with a Clearasil or other acne product if you do need to do that. So morning and night, SPF super important, and treat blemishes at night when you're asleep so you don't have to worry about covering up any dry patches in the morning.